What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center. And today I wanted to share a video that I recorded in a recent live tarot reading that I did. And it's about boundaries. Boundaries are extremely important. We all should have boundaries, but I feel like boundaries are often misunderstood. I think for most people, boundaries are kind of defined as keeping things out, pushing things away, blocking, energies or people or situations or circumstances, being guarded, having your walls up, that sort of thing. And I believe that while those types of boundaries, the intention of those types of boundaries are well-meaning, and of course they can certainly serve to protect us from being hurt, which is the reason most of us have boundaries, is because we don't want to get hurt, we don't want to get screwed over. We don't want to be taken advantage of and those sort of things. They're meant to protect us. And while the intention is good, like obviously being protected, being safe, and not getting hurt is a good thing, there's also an adverse effect that a lot of people aren't aware of. It's that sometimes it's one of two extremes. Either people have no boundaries at all, so you're completely vulnerable, you're completely susceptible, you're an easy target, you get taken for granted, or taken advantage of rather, and you can be taken for granted, and also creates a lot of people-pleasing tendencies and a lot of those types of things, right? So having no boundaries is a terrible idea because you'll just get stepped on, walked on, you'll get betrayed, you'll get used and all of that. But the other extreme that people have is they become guarded, super guarded. And so, sure, while you never get hurt, you're also preventing positive things from coming into your life. And we have to remember, too, that everything is energy. And so we attract who we are, not what we want. So if we're completely shut down and guarded and we're focused on not wanting to get hurt, then essentially we're sending out a vibration to the cosmic collective, whatever word you want to use, and we're basically saying, hey, give us more reasons to stay in this energy, because that's the energy that we're in. I don't want to be hurt. I want to guard myself. I want to protect myself. I want to bunker down. I want to stay in my comfort zone. And, I'm not going to let anything in, because if I let something in or if I let someone in, then I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get betrayed. I'm going to get heartbroken. I'm going to be in pain. And so the universe, the way that this universe is created, because everything is energy, says, oh, because you are embodying this energy of protection, then essentially, the signal, the message that you're sending out is, give me more reasons to remain in this energy. So you're going to keep attracting people who are going to try to break through your boundaries. They're going to try to hurt you. They're going to try to walk on you, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to give you my definition of what I believe a healthy boundary is. And a healthy boundary is discernment. It's knowing how much of ourselves to give away, to share, and how to allow the energetic exchange of life, the coming and going of energy through situations, relationships, people, whatever situation it is, how we allow that energy to leave us, because that can, negatively affect us, but also how we allow incoming energy to penetrate us, because that can potentially hurt us, right? And so we ideally, because we are the only thing that we can control, we can't control anybody else. We can't control what other people do or don't do. All we can control is us. The best thing to do is to just become aware of our own autonomy, our own energetic environment, if you will. So my definition of a healthy boundary is the discernment to know when, with whom, and how much of ourselves and how much of our gifts we share without betraying ourselves. So it's, again, the discernment to know who are we going to share our gifts and ourselves with, how much are we going to give, when are we going to give it or not give it, and doing so without betraying ourselves, because there's lots of ways that we can betray ourselves. We can betray ourselves by, doing things that go against our integrity, allowing things that put us in an emotional space that we don't like to be in. Like if you allow somebody to violate your boundaries and you find yourself being angry, pissed off, or sad and depressed, or feeling abused and used, then obviously that's not, we're betraying ourselves because we're allowing that to happen to us when we don't have to. The same thing is if we're giving a lot of our energy away. You're giving, and it's exhausting, it's depleting. Maybe that energy isn't being reciprocated. It's having a negative effect on you. Well, that's a form of self-betrayal. So a boundary is just us becoming aware by using our discernment and our intuition to know, hey, is this a good investment for me to give my energy to share myself, to share my gift, whatever your gift is. And if you feel like it's okay to do so, then do it. But if you feel intuitively that it's not a good place to do it, because you can sense and you can feel, your intuition's telling you, hey, you're going to betray yourself if you do this, or if you allow this, then it's not good to do that. So here's the video. And just for those of you who are sensitive to language, this is just a little heads up. There's language in these videos. I get very passionate during my readings. So if you have sensitive ears nearby, this is a heads up that there is sensitive language in the video. But here's the video. I hope you enjoy. In doesn't mean that you have to let them hurt you because you let them in. Like there's a difference between, turning the faucet on and letting it drip and turning on the faucet on and just flooding your whole house, right? Like there's levels. There's levels of knowing how to have certain types of boundaries. And what people think boundaries are, try to get kicked back here. What people think boundaries are is keeping things out. People think that having a boundary is about keeping something away, pushing something out. That's not true. A boundary is about you keeping and protecting what you have in here. That's what a boundary is. It's different. A boundary is you keeping what's precious to you in here. It's not about necessarily keeping things out. And I know it's a subtle difference, but that 2 millimeter distinction can mean, a life of possibility, an opportunity, or a life of just kind of being unfulfilled, unhappy, and miserable. Because the greatest temptation that we all have when it comes to human relationships is security, comfort, and certainty. We all want connection. Actually, what we all want is love. We want love, but we settle for connection because connection is easy. We can get it from anything and everything, and it requires zero to no risk. Very little risk to have connection. But that's why it's so unfulfilling, it's so superficial. But most people will settle for connection because love requires courage. but we're not taught the skills to know how and when to have the right discernment to know what level to allow somebody to enter, right? It's kind of like a circle. Like you have the outer circle, which is for strangers. It's like the most outer circle. Like you don't know anybody from anybody. Always keep it handy. Always keep it nearby, because you never know. This is you. Because this is what matters most. This is what's important to all of us. It's our heart. We don't want to get hurt. So here's the most outer boundary. This boundary is basically like, hey, complete strangers. I don't know you from nobody. Some random dude at the truck stop, at the Stuckies, going down I-75 towards Tampa or Naples. The Booby Bungalow. You stop at the trucker stop, and that's actually the name of it, by the way. I didn't make that name up. It's literally called the Booby Bungalow. But you go to the trucker stop where the Booby Bungalow is, and Bob the trucker is there. Bob comes up to you and says, "Hey, you want to come check out my truck?" And it's like, "No, Bob, you get stopped here. That's the outer boundary. Like we don't go with Bob to his truck to go see what's in his truck, right? That's obvious. This is the outermost thing. The strangers at the gas station, the strangers out in the world. That's who that's for." Then you have the next circle. These are your acquaintances in life. So you might know this. Like it'd be like your neighbor. Your neighbors live next door for you for years. You know their name. You see them. You've talked to them. Maybe they've brought, macaroni and cheese or some housewarming gift or something for Christmas or something, and you've invited them over for your cookout or something. You know who they are, but they're still not like, you don't know them, but you know them a hell of a lot more than you know Bob. So that's the next boundary. You let them, they get a little bit more access than Bob does comparatively, right? Then you have the next round. And so this might be your friends, not your close friends, but your friends. And then you have the next circle, that's your close friends, like your best friend. Then you have the next, maybe that's your kids. And then maybe this is your spouse, or the other way around. Maybe this one's your spouse, maybe this one's your kids. I don't know. So there's layers to it, right? So it's not just an extreme black and white. It's not just like, hey, boundary, no access, no boundary, all access. And so it's very important for us to value the thing that we have, understanding that while yes, it seems like a boundary is about keeping things out, it also prevents things from coming in, because that's what most extreme, people who don't understand, that's the extreme that they go to, because most people live in a black and white extreme world. It's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to keep everything out then. Boundary, all out. It's like, okay, well, that's fine, but that also means that it's going to be very hard for anything to come in, right? And so when you realize it's the other way around, you're not trying to necessarily keep something out per se, even though that is one of the results of having boundaries. It will prevent things from, it does keep things out. What it's really more about, it's about you learning how to protect the thing that's valuable, that's within you. Because the result is different. So how does that work? When this feels safe, when your heart feels safe, It doesn't feel like it needs to be protected, which allows you to go out and share your heart with more people because you feel safe to do so. When you feel like everything and everyone is out to get your heart because your heart doesn't feel safe because it's been hurt so much, then it makes it really hard for you to create connection. Because, fucking Disney taught us, all the airy fairy Disney movies taught us that little girls were princesses and that princes, come and we're supposed to give our hearts away. But if you give your heart away, you die because you don't have a heart anymore. But it sounds so romantic. I'm supposed to give my heart away, but you'll die. God didn't give you a heart for you to give your heart away so you could die. It sounds like the perfect, wonderful, oh, it's The Notebook. It's so romantic, though. No, it's not. It's not romantic to give the most valuable treasure of the thing that you have away. But that's what girls are taught. Give your heart away. Give your heart away. I just want to give my heart away. It's like, no. Just like, oh, you complete me. You complete me. You complete me. Well, no, if somebody else has to come and complete you, then you're not whole. You're fucked. And you're not being fucked in the right hole either. So, we have to understand the lies that society and culture teach us about love and relationship, because once we believe that, we acclimate to it, and then we identify with the lie, and then we become the lie, and then we suffer as a result of the lie. So here, we don't give our heart away, we just share. It's like, I'm just here to share. Meaning, this stays right here with me. It's not going anywhere. This is mine. It's not going anywhere. But, assuming that you're meant, or you've earned, earned is the right word I'm trying to think of, you've earned access to deserve for me to share it at whatever level, then I'll share it at that level. Because what this will allow you to do, Gina, and the reason I'm spending time showing you this is because each one of these rings, while it represents a boundary, each one of these rings represents your gift. So if you're keeping things, if you're creating a wall, then already, well, shit, that color's not working. So we'll go back to black. If you have all these walls, then already your gift can't go out. You're blocked. You can't go out. Your heart wants to get out. That's our gift. Our gift is our love. The gift is our light. We want our gift. God gave us a heart to share our gift with the world. And when we put our heart in a box, we put it in a fortress, it can't get out. Our gift can't be shared. It ensures that we don't get hurt, but it also ensures that it doesn't get shared. And so when we reverse the boundary idea and we take all the walls down and we just use discernment of going, okay, well, with no walls, my heart gets to radiate freely 100% to anybody and everybody. But with discernment, I understand the levels of intimacy of what it means to share. Meaning, Bob over here at the truck stop, okay, cool. I get to share my gift with him, but it's at an appropriate level of discernment. It's like, just like me. I can't come out here and do these readings for you guys if my heart is all caught up in a cage, because the divine inside of me is coming from my heart space. It's not coming from my ego. These messages that come through, all this shit isn't just my mind, intelligence and ego. And what do I sit around and just study shit all day? No. 9 times out of 10, the shit that comes out of me, I don't remember it. I don't know where the information came from. Nor is it rehearsed. I can't, there's no way I could sit out here and possibly rehearse and practice the messages that I give to people that I don't know that are going to be here and questions that I don't know that I'm going to be asked. So I'm relying entirely on my heart space to be able to connect with all of you, to empathize with all of you, to really sense and feel and know where you're at in the energy, because it's not just me getting some arbitrary information from the divine. It's also me connecting to you, each one of you individually. When it's your turn, it's your reading, I'm connecting to you and your energy. I'm connected, yes, to the divine, but I'm also connected to you. And in order for me to do that, my heart has to be open. But does that mean that, I'm going to share certain elements of some deeper parts of my heart with all of you? No. Am I going to have a super intimate connection with all of you like I would if I had a wife or a girlfriend or something? No. But what it allows me to do is it allows me to share my gift. I never have to withhold my gift because I'm worried that I'm going to get heartbroken, or I'm going to get hurt, or someone's going to use me or abuse me or any of that. In fact, it actually has the opposite effect. When your heart is free, your intuition is free. So the reason why a lot of you ladies, or not just ladies, but anyone really, the reason that you don't see the red flags is because your intuition isn't working. The reason your intuition isn't working is because you have your heart in a cage. And when your heart chakra is blocked, your intuition is blocked. Because it's not your mind and it's not your ego that sees the red flags. This guy right here, ladies, this guy right here is not the one who points out the red flags. He is the red flags. The ego is not the one. Is your mind, your ego is not what finds red flags. So when you meet this guy, in whatever form he shows up into your life, and I'm just going to use relationships for this example, when some dude shows up into your life and this is what he looks like, and you're like, my God, you look like the fucking devil. And the devil smiles and goes, I am the devil. Your mind doesn't go, oh my God, it's the devil, I knew it. Your mind's like, fuck yeah, dude, come in, dude, I've been waiting for you, come in. I want you, come in. I want you right now. Let's do it. I want you. The devil in you, your ego, is blind to the devil when the devil shows up. It's like your old best friend from college coming to party with you. Dude, let's party. Let's throw down. Your ego cannot see the red flags. Red flags are not an act of intellect. It's an act of intuition. Intuition, not intellect. You cannot see the red flags if you're not connected to your heart, because you've tucked your heart away in a box because you think your heart's going to be safe in the box or in the fortress. So we have to take our walls down and know, how do I protect my heart then, Eddie? I don't want to get hurt. And I know it sounds paradoxical. I know it sounds like an oxymoron, but the way out is actually, or the answer, or the way out is the way through. That is the answer. The answer is, we'll take your walls down and let your intuition do what it's meant, what it was created to do. When the devil shows up and your walls are down and your heart is doing its job, your heart's going to go, hey, that's the devil. And you're going to feel it all over your body. And your mind's going to go, wait, this was our best friend. And your heart's going to go, dude, that's the fucking devil. And you're going to feel it and you're going to know it. You don't need to have walls to protect yourself. Your intuition, you have a protection, you have a radar built inside of you that's meant to point those things out to you. And then you have discernment. And that's just basically being intelligent and smart enough to go, okay, I feel the red flag. Like, Eddie, how do I know if it's my intuition? This is how you know. When you feel something, anything, I don't care if it's strong, I don't care if it's a little something, I don't care if it's a tinge, I don't care if whatever, a tingle, I don't care how it manifests in your body, it will be a pull away from energy. It could be the teeniest, slightest energy. I don't care. It doesn't have to hit you like a freight train. It could be the teeniest, tiny little something that's like, just enough of a little something where it makes you want to back away from it. There's all kinds of ways, but you'll feel it. It will not be a hell yes, pass go, green light, collect $200. It's not going to be that feeling. It's going to be something else, not that. And even if it's a neutral doesn't necessarily mean red flag. Neutral means stop. It means don't go. It just means yellow flag. It means, wait a minute, something's off, but I don't know if it's bad yet. So if you get a neutral, it's not, I don't have red flag, but it's definitely not green. It's like yellow. It's like, that's just saying, hey, just stop where you are. And let's take in a little bit more information here. Let's get a little bit more information here. Definitely don't go forward, but doesn't mean, hey, it's red flag either. And then the more that you do this, the better at it you get, right? But if you haven't done it in so long because your heart is tucked away, you won't know anything. Because you're not tuned into your heart, you're tuned into your logic, and you're trying to make logic rationale about human behavior. And that's how people get fucked, because anybody can pretend and act to be anything to your face, and you're like, well, this is all the evidence that I have, is the way that this is what they're showing me. And until they show me something different, what other evidence do I have? Somebody can put a mask on and pretend to be something, and you're going to have to find out the hard way when they fuck you over. When the red flags were screaming at you the whole time, but you didn't see them because your heart was tucked away inside the fortress. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. All the other information is in the description box below. And as always, my friends,
I'm not a bloody psychic.